invite Ines to step up when you're ready. I know you shared something with us recently, and you so graciously are agreeing to share with us in the big room. Hi.
Hi. How is everyone?
So good to
Thank you
see
so
you.
much for having me. This has been wonderful so far. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
So
making it possible.
I've been working with Dr. Valerie and Jeffrey for a couple months now, doing their course, and I mean, it's the results for me are so fast and beyond what I ever imagined. Obviously, growth is just a roller coaster and it's always up and down. But I had a major breakthrough last week thanks to this program. And I think we can all just recognize when we were little girls how we were taught that our looks is what our values are. When we watch movies, when we see commercials, TV shows, every single thing has taught us that we need to be pretty in order to be respected. And I grew up in a household that was very dominated by that. And so I've felt like my whole life I need to put on makeup, do my hair, wear something nice in order to please the whole world. And I noticed in the beginning of this program that I would make my partner Dome go into the grocery store if I wasn't fully done up, and I would make her park her car just so far away from everyone so no one could see me. And there was just this lack of self-love for who I am naturally, and this feeling that I didn't deserve love for how I looked. And I got glasses about 3 years ago, and my self-esteem just went way, way down, where I felt like I didn't even deserve kindness from another human being. Because I don't know if you all saw She's All That and those 90s movies where she was only beautiful and respected when she took off her glasses. So I really felt like that. But last week, I looked in the mirror completely natural, and for the first time in my whole life, and I'm 34, I actually saw the beauty in myself. So I didn't think that I was fat, and I've struggled with body dysmorphia so bad that I was 107 pounds, and I couldn't see that I was thin, and I could never look in the mirror unless I had makeup on. And so it's just the first time ever where I'm just standing completely naked, and I saw my thin body, or healthy body, I should say, because beauty is not thin or fat. We're all beautiful. And I looked at my face and I saw my mother's face, and I just felt so in love with myself for the very, very first time. And yeah, I really couldn't have done it without you guys. And I also couldn't have done it without our group and without my book club. Some of y'all are here, and yeah, I just want to thank you so much for that. I really hope that every single woman can look at themselves and see their beauty and not feel like our fucking value comes from that, because it doesn't.
Mm. Yes, how powerful when you shared it with us on the call at the Thriving Circle weekly call. My heart just stopped when I read your share in the chat. This reclamation is for you, huge celebration, huge celebration, and this reclamation is for every woman. So everybody witnessing in this, let's send her lots of blessings, lots of gratitude for this 4-minute mile. It's fucking possible to look in the mirror at your naked, gorgeous body and actually see your beauty. It's possible. Ina says it's possible. You see, it's a 4-minute mile. It's possible.
I thought I would die before I would ever have that happen. It seemed so far away. So thank you.
Mhm. Thank you for showing us what's possible. Thank you for doing this work. And we're seeing each other in each other's stories, right? Just like you have empathy for somebody's pain, extend that same empathy for somebody's triumph, and let your system feast on that. Just gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yes. And talk to your other sisters and share how you feel, because yeah, I feel like the support between all the women here is incredible. It makes me feel not alone when you all share your stories. I see myself in all of you.
Mm. And again, right, like transcending this dichotomy of something is like positive, something is negative. It's the full spectrum of experience. Here we are in it all. We can hold it all. We can hold big pain, big celebration, big anger, big joy, huge pleasure, and ecstasy. There's room for everything.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. Thank you, Ines. Thank you, everyone. I love all the celebrations in the room, and also allow whatever is coming up for you, because something is coming up in your system, because this is another shared experience of PSD. A woman's body has never belonged to the woman and the patriarchy. Do you realize that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't like, do you realize?
Okay, but like on mute or not.
It was not a test. No, thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's okay. Ines, I answer her rhetorical questions too that are just.
I love censoring my rhetorical. Yeah. Yeah, let them just like, oh my gosh, a woman's body has never belonged to the woman. Like throughout patriarchy, our reclamation is huge. Right now, we're looking at, oh my gosh, like body image issues, or like the personal development world will frame it as, oh yeah, you need to work on your confidence. You need to power pose your way into whatever, or learn to do your hair and makeup differently, like different approaches. Or, you need this diet and exercise program, because then you'll be beautiful and desirable, right? Pretty much, if you look at how much of self-help is marketing directly to the woman's shame, directly to the woman's shame. Let her feel not okay, not enough, and then we'll slide in our token that promises that she will get more conditional worth if she does that. Yeah, here's the conditional worth. You're going to learn your makeup application. Here is conditional worth when you learn, when you lose weight. Speak confidently. So, not sure where I was going with that. But
love you.
Yeah, that we are reclaiming so much, so much. And every jailbreak moment, to even recognizing that when you're looking in the mirror and you are not seeing your own beauty, it's not you. There is a filter of PSD here, a filter that's distorting your view. We need to pop that out. And there's a healing journey that goes with it. It doesn't just magically go away. There's a little bit to heal. However, it's possible, right? Like for Ines, it became possible in a couple of months. And this is like, to me, this is like, oh my gosh, seriously? 4-minute mile. It is possible. It is possible. I've never seen my mother look in the mirror and be pleased with what she saw. I never in my life saw my mother love herself. Big love to my mother. and everything that I received from her, from that like perpetrating patriarchy, right? That got me on the healing journey and got me to you today. We're going to be sending some healing energies to our ancestors today in the area of money, but perhaps also in other areas as well. It's all interconnected, right? The reclamation of our body, our sovereignty, our love for ourselves, our sexuality, and the reclamation of money and the reclamation of worth, they're all intertwined. They all go down to that core wound of worthlessness. Yeah, the core wound of PSD. And that's why we're gathered here today. And I hope to continue on this journey with you. If you're feeling it, don't let that feeling dissipate. You're feeling so much right now, so much is present for you right now. This can be the golden opportunity because all the emotions are up and maybe prison guards are a little bit down because they just don't have a lot of space in this space. Use this opportunity to just schedule the call. There is no commitment. We're not asking for your credit card or signing anything, right? If you're feeling there is something here for you to explore, healpsd.com. Let's talk about the rest of your life. Let's talk about the rest of your life. Are you on the trajectory that you're in love with? Do you think this trajectory will change by itself? Has it changed through all of your efforts so far? Yes, a little bit. I know it has. You've been working very hard. But it has been under the umbrella of the overarching patriarchy, right? Still decorating the prison cell. We've been making adjustments. It may be a really awesome decked out cell. But there's a whole new dimension in the outside world, looking where you can look in the mirror and you can love what you see genuinely. Why am I being invited to a breakout room? No, I don't want. Am I being taken out? Like, no. Thank you. Genuinely see, love what you see. Not saying to yourself, "I love you," 100 times till you're blue in the face. But deep down inside, not feeling it, and again, feeling like you're failing. This other dimension where your life, your worth is not limited by what patriarchy is telling you you're worth, telling you also by writing you that paycheck, telling you by you like whatever you see in your bank account. You didn't create it. There is no shame in that, okay? You did not, it's not you, it's PSD. So I want to thank you so much, Ines, and hi, Domi. You two light up my world. And also what Domi and Ines are both in the Thriving Circle together in their partnership. And I just want to, can I just briefly check in with you, Domi? I didn't check in with you before. You said you might be willing to share. I'm wondering what's happening in your partnership of you both doing this work together. So I know what's happening in our partnership, Jeffrey and I doing this work together. What's up for you?
Yeah, am I on?
Yeah. Cover myself
So
up.
I guess the main thing I would say that's been happening from the start is just like learning to set healthy boundaries. And for me, it's like I've always had a really hard time expressing myself and speaking up for myself and just like holding space for everyone except for myself. And yeah, learning how to do that feels really empowering and really healthy. And yeah, just accepting my own emotions, like all of them, even though like in the past I thought being angry, I'm doing something wrong, I need to work on myself. And now just like, yeah, being able to honor all of my feelings. That's the main thing in terms of our relationship. But for me personally, the biggest thing that I've taken away that is absolutely priceless to me is the fact that I am finally sober 100% after so many years. I smoked cannabis all day, every day since I was like 14. And that's something I've been struggling with for like at least 6 years. I've tried to quit in any way imaginable, and I just kind of like had given up on it completely. And I think it was like within the first month of the program, it just kind of like wasn't even interesting, or like the last time that I did smoke, it was just kind of like disorienting and not like that numbing relief that I had always been seeking. And that's just the most outstanding thing that like I feel is like the biggest takeaway. And if I get nothing else from it, like I've
Dad.
exactly. So yeah, that's been my absolutely biggest takeaway.
And if it's okay to add, just having a partner that validates me when I was having, anger, anything, Dome is there to just hold space for me. Or especially with the anger, just showing me outlets or just like hearing me. And then I like to add on with the weed smoking, I definitely was using that to numb myself. And because of the tools that you gave us, the acknowledging, allowing, and appreciating, even just those simple tools, I noticed that I won't go to the weed. I smoke weed at night, so I still smoke. But when I am upset, I notice that's not my first go-to thing anymore. Where it's like, no, I'm going to be able to be more free if I just allow it. And when I allow these emotions, I can't believe how much faster they go away. Because when we first started this, I'm like, allow them. I'm like, I'm going to be pissed off for the rest of my life. But I'm able to like watch it just go through from like the sadness to the anger to just complete relaxation. So highly recommend to everyone doing this with their partner, gay or straight.
So good, so good. And yeah, I want everybody to hear that, yeah, you may be thinking right now that my hair is a little crazy. That's what I'm thinking. You may be thinking right now that this, like, if I allow myself to feel all that, I'll be like Humpty Dumpty who like falls apart forever. We can create more capacity and build tools that change everything, because then emotions flow, right? That theme of flow has been with us. Flow of emotions, flow of money. You're catching commonalities here, receiving, right?
Yeah.
So beautiful. And Domi, what you shared about, and what you both shared about numbing with weed and how like it became less and less needed and not needed at all. Was surprising. Reminds me of this Scottish proverb that I love. They talk about my drinking, but never of my thirst.
Oh, yes, I love
Why?
that.
Right? Why do we numb? We all numb. Let's just make that clear. Just like we all have trauma, we all numb. We all cope in some ways. And your numbing may be with work. It may be I've numbed with pretty much, you name it, I've numbed with it, like, like throughout the years, the decades of my life. Work has been definitely a drug of choice throughout. And the numbing may be very like subtle, and like, no, Netflix is not heroin, okay? And there is no judgment of that. That's what I'm trying to say. That numbing is there as coping for something that is present in your system that needs healing. So if you're trying to quit something, whatever that is in your life, like from watching less Netflix to shifting your relationship with online shopping or food or whatever it may be in your life, right? Also see it through the lens of trauma. Actually, in the Thriving Circle, our year-long program, we cover these 4 core domains. We start with money, we go into the body next, reclaiming and healing our relationship with our body, and then relationships with the masculine and the feminine, and then visibility and mission in the world. And these are big areas of reclamation, really. So they all take a minute. Thank you for sharing. Oh my gosh, I just love that you're feeling safe in this space, and you're like, I'm gonna share. The space is welcoming. The more we share what's right, again, stepping out of the silos of shame, there is nothing wrong with us. If we're using something for coping, we're using something for coping. And then we heal more and more, and it becomes less and less necessary. No struggle, no fight, no blame, no trying to like cold turkey your way out of anything, right?
Yeah.
Magic. Things can be easy.
Yes.